All right, everybody. All right, y'all. Welcome to another awesome Friday, another awesome episode of Sound Vision Art Life. It's yours truly, Adewale Booker Jr. Uh, it's I just came from a protest. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my camera. There we go. I just came from a protest, y'all, and I gotta tell you, it's liberating. I just came from a protest. It's the first one I've been to. I've seen a lot, but this one I've been to, man. How you doing? What's up, Deception Gaming, man? Brother, I told you I'd be on tonight. I'm back, man. I just came from a protest. We're protesting this bastard Donald Trump for all the atrocities he's committing around the world, man. This man wants to be a dictator, and the one thing the protest is gonna. I mean, I'm a rebel. I don't want to call it the word rebel is a often word used to diminish the works of people who want to change a difference in this world. We have to understand what's going on right now. What happened to Venezuela is not no accident. That's been planned, coordinated, attacked. Next up on the docket is Africa. It's only a matter of time once they come through all of the Caribbean that they come through. So you know, Colombia's next, Mexico's next, Ecuador's next, Guatemala's next. All these small countries, this bastard Donald Trump is going to keep attacking. You know why? Because he can get away with it. Well, guess what? If these countries were to arm themselves with nuclear weapons, necessary weaponry to fight back America, then you don't have to worry. I'm tired of the little people being trampled on by these big bastard corporations. And corporations are using military might, U.S. military might, to steal, salvage, all kinds of words that you can think of. And for everybody who keeps trying to dance around the issue, Israel is a fucking problem in this world. Fuck that country. I wish nothing but to have it blown off the face of the map of the world. Those Israeli motherfuckers, they are fucking up people's lives everywhere. They are the arm that is directing the U.S. military to murder people's lives. Everybody's always thought, oh, the Israel is the one being protected by the U.S. No, Israel is directing America. That's why all the fucked up shit is happening now. Why do you think they're murdering Palestinians freely and now they're not doing shit? What does the U.S. set up for Palestinians? You got the nerve to take a bunch of fucking white people, move on some other people's land, and then tell them how to live in that land? How dare you? So the protest that I went to tonight was about that, you know. And what brings me to tonight? If I'm gonna have a platform like this, it has no greater job than to show what's going on in the world. Some of you idiots will come on here. Why you ain't talking about cartoons? Why you ain't talking about this? Man, fuck you. I'm not here for that. The world is fucked up, and somebody's got to stand up for it, man. That shit that happened to Venezuela is fucked up. How you take a man from his own country, and put him in a New York jail cell? And I don't know if this pissed y'all off. Y'all give me a second. But you know what was crazy, right? This dude. Now, I used to live in New York. Right? I want y'all to understand something. They drove Nicolas Maduro through one of those Sprinter vans through Brooklyn, New York. Not because it was a shortcut. They could have taken any way they wanted. They could have taken the FDR. They could have taken any route they wanted. They went straight through Brooklyn on purpose. You know why? So they could show them off to a bunch of asshole white Americans who have now gentrified their way through Brooklyn and protesting like, Maduro, you're in a cage now. You took on old president. The doors of the van were open too. They didn't close them till actually people started wanting to attack the van so they could attack the man. Meanwhile, we still don't know where his wife is. That's another issue right there. We still don't know where his wife is. This country has no honor. And I've said this a bunch of times, I'm going to keep saying it. Americans are afraid to die. The rest of the world is not. The world is not going to stomach your imperialism. Let me tell you what's going on right now. It's the reintroduction of imperialism. America, orchestrated by Israel, wants to tell the world how it's going to live. Steal our resources. Fuck Israel. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me back to the title of today. Africa, are you ready? Nukes and oil. Let me tell y'all something right now, and listen to good well. At what point are Africans going to unify? Because united you stand, divided you're going to fall. We've always had a bunch of crooked, no honor having, no patriotic ass, bitch-made Africans in Africa. This is why you can have no leadership. Look at this right now. We got 3 countries, the AES states, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. Those are the only 3 countries that are ready to go to do anything. They're unified. The rest of Africa's got these all bunch of crooked ass leaders, whether they're in Kenya, Nigeria, Botswana, Namibia. They're all bastards to me. If you're not Assimi Goïta of Mali, Abdourahmane Ticheni of Niger, or Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, fuck you. You're not an African leader. You're a bastard. Most of the leaders in Africa are bastards. And I'm saying this over and I'm going to keep saying it. It is time for African citizens to take up arms against their governments. They're not ever going to do right by us. Ever. Asking, voting, whatever. Like right now, we got a joke of the election coming on January 15th in Uganda. You really think they're going to actually elect the right person into office? And even if they do elect the right person in office, the guy they're going to elect gets his money from Europe. So how honorable do you think he's going to be towards Africa? That's the problem we have in Africa. That's the problem you have. And I used to think it was only Africa that had this problem. But it's a problem all over the world. We don't have leaders. We have appointees. Everybody wants to take orders from a bunch of bastard Israeli people. Israeli people. Look at West LA in California. Look at Brooklyn, New York, Manhattan, New York. They own all of that shit. They've always owned. And you know, it makes me beg to differ. Why the hell didn't we let Hitler finish the job? I'm going to let you figure out what the fuck I'm talking about. He saw something we didn't see. We did not know these bastards were this fucking evil. And that's the biggest propaganda in human history. Where you let Western powers, the Axis powers, who now call themselves the Western powers, trick us into thinking they were the good ones and Hitler was the bad one. No, he was actually in the right when he wanted to kill these motherfuckers. They've been ruining people's lives since the beginning of history. 7th century. Do you know how many deals they made with the Arabs to put Africans in jail? All of Eastern Africa right there. You see people with my skin tone with curly hair. How the fuck do you think he got that hair? Because they were murdered, castrated, stolen, put into chains by Arab nations. There's two particular groups that have always done the same shit over and over and over again. European nations and Arab nations. Yes, Arab nations enslaved a bunch of Asians and Africans. That's what they did best. They still doing that shit till today. And here we are in 2025 or 2026. We still have the same damn problem. I don't care if people show up for this podcast. That's not what this is about, man. I'm here to talk about what the hell I got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough, man. When is the world no longer going to stomach the arrogance and the bullshit of European nations? Enough's enough, man. At what point are you going to say, fuck you motherfuckers, we get nukes too? I promise you, if half these African nations had nuclear weapons, I promise you America would be on its best behavior. And even if we do have nuclear weapons, right? How do we trust a lot of these crooked African leaders who would only have the agenda of murdering their own people? Exhibit A. In Uganda, when Idi Amin was murdering his own people. Guess who gave him weapons to continue to kill his own people? Israel. Israel and England. Yeah, you didn't know that, huh? The so-called anti-Semitic bitches that always whine about anti-Semitism. Fuck you. Anti-Semitism is the least I could be. Anti-Semitic is the least I could be. With the amount of fucked up shit that you bastards have done. And they have done a lot of fucked up shit in this world. A lot of fucked up shit in this world. And nobody wants to seem to put their sorry asses on blast. They murdered Palestinians just last year in 2012. They're still murdering Palestinians right now in 2026. It's not going to stop. They're not just stealing their lands. They want to turn their lands into casinos and hotels. So you want to make people homeless so you can get richer. That's what they're going to do in Africa. There's something called the Black Winter right now. Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso was saying it. Oh, Israel is a fucked up country. It's only recently now people actually seen Israel for what it is. A crooked nation that does evil to others. People know Israel is this. And look, Deception Gaming. If you know people want to see this shit, share this shit with a bunch of people so we can get more people in this chat, man. People need to hear shit like this. But people are too busy wanting to do dumb shit with their life. Let me go to the movies. Let me watch a football game. All that shit right there is all straight up distractions. You don't know shit till you actually go to a protest. Yeah, Israel is fucked up. I just came from a protest like I was telling y'all. One of the best things about coming from a protest is that you don't really have to, you get to see like people that are for the same thing that you're thinking about. The pain, the anguish, the theft. They kidnapped an entire human leader of an entire country and gonna bring him to America to serve justice. Calling him the head of a cartel that they actually dismissed as soon as they got into office. So the first thing they did was, good, send this to your group. Let everybody come join me. The first thing they did when they got to New York, there is no Des Solo cartel. They lied. But they can tell the truth now because he's in their custody. And we don't even know where his wife is at. Yeah, they invaded another country. You can't invade another country. Where's the sovereignty? Where's the UN Security Council with their bitch asses? Because the UN is a useless organization that works at the behest of NATO and Israel as well as America. Notice how all the white European nations ain't saying anything. France, Canada, America, England, Italy, all the white nations, all the European nations ain't saying nothing because they know what they've just done. They've stolen oil from Venezuelan people, and while they're stealing their oil, they're going to murder them too. It's not enough that it's not enough bad enough that you're going to steal their shit, but you have to murder them too. And this is what happens when you have bullies, man. And that's all America is a bully. Now it brings me back to what brought me back here tonight. Africa. Is Africa ready? Hell no. Because his leaders are so fucking crooked. They're too busy wanting to take all their fucking oil money and move it to Switzerland. Move it to wherever the hell it is that they're stealing money at. You know, I was listening to something yesterday, and it was the president of Barbados or wherever it was, man. I was thinking to myself, this woman is just as crooked. She spoke in politician words. She had every opportunity to condemn what America did in Venezuela, and she found everything to say, you know, we're friends with Venezuela. We're friends with the Americans. You know, I'm sure whatever reason that America invaded Venezuela is just. Fuck you. Such a spineless, coon-ass woman. And yeah, people are talking about, oh, she's a great leader. No, she's not. She's a coward. She's a coward. And that's the problem you have in this world. Everybody's okay with being bullied by America because you're going to get your piece of the pie. Whatever the hell that is. We have a country, we have a world where people just don't understand. Africa is next. And I hope that y'all got this energy when it happens to Africa, because I'm sick of the shit y'all do when it comes to Africa. Oh, well, that's normal. We're not going to save. This hate that you have that's been perpetuated by European nations towards Africa, that the rest of this world has, I suggest you get rid of it, because I'm going to help you out with a little something. Africa is the future. I am telling you this right now. All you motherfuckers that want us, you can take it how you want to. But we're not doing the same shit like the rest of everybody else is doing in Latin America. No. We coming for blood. They ain't, man. And I keep saying it. America is not the toughest shit anymore. They are done. Their bullying days are over with. I said it in the beginning of this stream. America's time is up. It's done being a bully. The day is gonna come when it can't be a bully anymore. And that day, I cannot wait for a bunch of European nations, specifically white people in America, see what it really looks like not to be treated like shit. They've been bullying their way, stealing, and stealing some more. They call it appropriation, development of nations, democracy. What the fuck is democracy? Democracy for who? You've been using that word democracy since the Greeks. Democracy has not benefited anybody. You stole science and mathematics from Timbuktu in Africa. You stole Native American land here in America. America does not even belong to white people. It belongs to Native Americans, the true owners of this damn country. The bloodbath that you literally eradicated those people from the history of America. I mean, bro, I'll be honest with you, don't feel bad for the people of Africa. We got our strength. We're ready to go. We've had enough. As I like to call it, we've hit the ceiling. We, this generation, millennials and Gen Zs, we ain't having it, man. No. If we got to, we are more than willing to snip off and kill off any useless African leaders that need to be broken off. This whole nice shit with African leaders has got to come to an end. These people are never going to change. You got people that stay in office for 20, 24, 25, 30 years, don't do shit to benefit their country, and all they do is steal, and steal some more. At what point is citizens of Africa going to say enough's enough? Oh yeah, they're done with this shit, bro. Mark my words, we are in 2026. Before the year 2031, America's going to be done. All it takes is one nuclear missile to hit this shithole. And it's coming. You think people are scared of you? You can have all the nukes you want. You can launch all the nukes you want. But nobody is afraid of you. Nobody. Nobody's afraid of you. Nobody's going to be bullied by you. Nobody's going to take your shit. Nobody's going to put up with your shit. It's a matter of just people just having courage. You got to remember, back in the day, people didn't have any TVs. They didn't have any social media. They couldn't connect with each other. The only thing they could do is write letters and maybe hear about it on the news. These days, we have all those apertures, and we still some bitches. I got to tell you, man, the courage that we need to have like the old people, we ain't got it, man. We ain't got it. We are falling short of what we should be. Millennials and Gen Zs, we have no patience to wait on anybody to give us what we are due. Africa must be liberated. I'm telling you right now, this shit, And telegraphs, yes, that's actually a good point. Telegraphs used to be used to get by and check out and figure out how things were gonna go. That is a great point. Telegraphs used to be used. That is a great point. That is a great point. I think for me, you know, yeah, that's actually a good title right there. Nukes on oil. Oh man. Africa, are you ready? That is actually a good point. Hey, that is actually a good point, man. Telegraphs, they use that too. And like I said, the more people become conscious, I don't think it's really about consciousness, man. I think everybody's not for this world changing. That's why whenever there's a protest, you only see 1% of the population in the protest. Meanwhile, everybody else is all for themselves. Make sure my credit score is good. Make sure I got a nice house. Make sure I got a mortgage paid. Make sure I got a car note paid for. All the bullshit capitalistic garbage that there is in the world. Capitalism is the worst thing that ever happened to this planet. Socialism should be the leading point of what's going on in this world. I call it social capitalism. Hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate y'all joining me. Another awesome live stream with yours truly, man. You know, it's unfortunate that a lot of our leaders, especially in Africa, and I'm Nigerian, of Nigerian descent, we have a bunch of crooks, man. It's bad enough European nations come and tell us what they're gonna steal, but do you have to steal with them too? Like, there's always this disease. The rest of Western Africa is kicking out France, and here Kenya is disrespecting Africa and taking and signing a defense pact with them. Hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining me, all y'all. Aliyah Juarez, Path Stu, thanks for joining me, man. I'm good. Yeah. It's how can I say this? It's imperialism, but it's the worst kind of imperialism, where you use the people that are from that country to enslave the people of that country. The worst problem in Africa right now is we got black African imperialists. These people are so greedy. They mass murder their own people. Look at the Congo. Look at Sudan. Look at what's happening in the Sahel right now. If not for the joining forces of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, and the leadership that they have, that whole thing would have went to hell. It would have went straight to hell. And these are the things that Western media doesn't tell you. Western media is too busy plopping this propaganda. Everything about the U.S. is all propaganda. They steal what is not theirs. You heard Exaf, the Secretary of Defense. This asshole said, well, people talk about might, but we actually flex the might. We actually use our might. Who the hell are you? You think you're the... I'm telling you this right now. If you are a country with resources, you need to allocate your resources towards defense. And when I say defense, that means you need to get your hands on nuclear-grade weapons. Nuclear-grade weapons. So when America misbehaves, and they will, you light their bitch asses up. I wouldn't mind watching America get blown to fucking hell. This country doesn't deserve to exist. Now, if it was in the hands of Native Americans, I might say yeah. But since it's under for a bunch of damn criminals, white criminals, corporations who go around the world just destroying it everywhere they can. And they are led by the silent killer arm of Israel. Israel no longer deserves a pass anymore. It is time for the world to descend on Israel and let Israel know exactly what time it's going to be. You don't get to get away with keep murdering people. Why do we have to constantly keep defending ourselves from people? Any American needs to ask themselves that. Why do we have to constantly keep doing that? Because America runs a criminal country. This country is not a country. This country is a criminal organization. That's why you have CIA, FBI, task force, whatever you can think of. They are a criminal organization. This is what they do best. Take shit that isn't theirs and they say, oh, it's ours. You know, we are for the people. Who are you for? You're for corporations. You're for train wrecks and disasters. You're for mass murder. Look at this shit ICE is doing. They just killed that woman right there in Minnesota. That ICE agent shot her God knows how many times. And yes, nobody would protest if that was a Hispanic woman that got hit. But I don't know if that was an Hispanic woman that got hit. Actually, speaking of it now, I'm actually curious. I want to go on there and see who she was. What's this woman's name? Let me see. Her name is Good. Minus. Yep. And this is crazy. But this woman that just dropped off her son at school. I don't care whose fault it was. But ICE agents are some sorry motherfuckers, boy. They are some sorry motherfuckers. And these are the rogue armies of Donald Trump right here, boy. All these racist ass white people. Let's get the Hispanics out of America. Really? What the fuck are you doing in America? You're an illegal alien. Oh yeah, it's an atrocity, man. Like it's an atrocity, and it's unfortunate that it's taken. I think there's even more worse. There's even more fucked up shit that's coming down the pike. It's just me talking, y'all. Real talk. It's gonna get real fucked up before it gets any better. And I'll be honest with y'all, it needs to get real fucked up before it gets any better. Because for too long, America has been allowed to be a disease and a parasite to the rest of the world. Every time the nerve of Trump to say we get somewhere, we're going to tap into their oil reserves. We're going to tap into their oil reserves. Now, he says that in Venezuela. What's stopping him from saying that in Africa? What's stopping him from saying that in Colombia, in Ecuador, in Guatemala, anywhere else there's resources they want to steal? You think they're scanning your country to help you? They're scanning your country to steal from you. I mean, African leaders have to ask themselves, and I do mean leaders, because a lot of these motherfuckers are appointees. At what point are they going to grow a backbone and start doing right by your people? Start honoring your people. Treat your people as the citizens of a nation they should be. Prior to colonialism, African nations were nations, not countries, not tribes. They were nations. You know, it's hard to what's the word I'm looking for here? It's hard to believe, but I think you make a good point that deception gaming. America is playing its cards wrong because America thinks that people are still going to do what it wants. I don't think America's not evolved since its inception in 1776, whenever the hell that was. America still thinks people are going to take order. Ever since World War II, America's head has been up its ass. Let's just put it that way. The atrocities that this country has committed is beyond like comprehension. It's beyond comprehension. You have to understand the atrocity this country has committed. And thank all of y'all for joining me tonight. Welcome to another awesome stream. Civil War. Oh, Civil War is coming. And the fall of America is not going to be a missile taking it out from the outside. No. It's going to be from the inside. There is a divide in this country. And there are those of us who are sick of white Eurocentric bullshit. That is one side. And that includes a lot of white people. Caucasians, whatever you want to call them. And then there's the racist ass white people. We see them every day. You work with them every day. You see them at the grocery store. You see them at the gas station. They're at Walmart. They're shopping at the mall. They're in your movies that you watch. Oh, these people are terrible human beings. They got no honor. And they do not care how they treat others. They're always quick to justify everything that the Trump is doing. I've even got some people friends that I know, I've had to kind of distance myself from them because of the stupid shit that comes out of their mouth. You like that much humanity in you that you're okay with what this man is doing? No, he's wrong. He's a thief. He's stealing what doesn't belong to him. Africa's next. Like that bombing in Nigeria. Look, let me explain it to y'all because I'm Nigerian. This is what happened. When he went to go bomb Nigeria on Christmas Day, it wasn't that he bombed it. It's that Nigeria gave him the green light to bomb northwest Nigeria. And I'm saying the word again. Northwest Nigeria. Where the terrorists were. Because the Nigerian government themselves didn't want to bomb it and look like they were conducting tribal massacre. Because the tribes that are up there are called the Hausa, right? And these same Hausas always bitching about all the fucked up shit that's going on. But they do a lot of fucked up shit. They're the only idiots that think it's okay to actually go work for Arab nations. To be told by Arab nations what to do. They want to Islamize the whole country. Right? So instead of the Nigerian government going to bomb them directly, they pay the U.S. to do it themselves. So now the U.S. gets to look like a fucking hero. Donald Trump gets to look like the white messiah. He ain't no messiah, man. He's an evil human being. That man has committed so many atrocities. They weren't protecting anyone from bombs. If anybody was dropping bombs, it was America. Palestine was getting bamboozled. All because of weapons. It's always because of weapons. You have to understand, weaponry is a good business. These weapon companies, they're tired of their guns collecting dust in the garage. They want people getting shot. Oh, Trump is not a good human being. You saw the atrocity he's committing now. I mean, thank everybody for joining me in the chat tonight. Thank you for being part of the chat tonight. Be sure to share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We're back in action tonight. Nukes and oil. That's what tonight's episode is called. Africa, are you ready? Because what happened to Venezuela it's just the beginning. There's plenty of countries that are going to be invaded. Corporations are going to do their best to steal what is not theirs. Trust me, I'm Nigeria. There's a great leader in Burkina Faso right now, Ibrahim Traore. They just try to have a coup on this man. A coup. Paid for by guess who? America and France. And he warned of us having a black winter, which meant that Africans in the West are going to fight each other and try to kill each other. And in the end, there's only going to be one inevitable outcome. Western powers are going to have a firmer grip on what it is that they're stealing. It's never going to stop. And y'all, it's never going to stop till other nations decide, you know what? Bleep you European nations, you white motherfuckers need to go to hell. I got no problem saying this shit, man. I do not care. And there are white people like, well, you're racist. Fuck you. Racist about what? I don't give a fuck if you're from Israel. Fuck Israel. I wish for Israel to burn to the ground. I wish for Iran to blow Israel to fucking hell. Y'all know this earlier this year? When Iran was kicking Israelis' ass? Guess what happened next? America comes and drops a bomb on Tehran to even out the fight. So we all know Israel can't protect itself from all these Middle Eastern countries who despise Israel. And then there are those in the Middle Eastern countries that are traitors to their own cause. What honor do you have? You have no honor. None. You got to be kidding me. You have no honor. None. Your honor is to be much in question. You know what I'm saying? It's a despicable act when you can't even honor your fellow brethren. And that's what, honestly, y'all, I'll be frank about this. That's what European nations have done a good job of. Getting other people in their own communities to betray themselves. You think Maduro got captured by accident? Yo, that ain't no accident. That man was that was a setup. He was set up by members inside his own thing he was betrayed by members of his own cabinet. Now, two ways this could have happened, and I believe in this. Either Delcy Rodriguez, the current acting president of Venezuela, betrayed him, or the opposition leader, the idiot that won the Nobel Prize, betrayed him. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. That's who betrayed him. It's a messed up situation, man. It's such an atrocity to the point where when you have crooked people pretending to be decent human beings, ruining people's lives. Man, that man is a monster, and he's coming for Africa. So all these Africans sitting there being naive, thinking who's gonna protect you? China and Russia? They're not gonna protect you. They're imperialists too. They just do it a different way. China, I like to say with China, when they trouble you with your imperialism, they kind of give you money for your troubles. There's certain point where money can't solve all problems. You know, U.S. can go do whatever the hell they want in Venezuela, but you cannot change the heart and minds of the people that don't want to be colonized, don't want imperialism in their country. We should all be against imperialism. We should all be against capitalism, because capitalism is the worst disease that ever happened to this planet. It makes greedy corporations go into countries with resources and start wars. Look at what they did in Sudan earlier this year. Janjaweed was murdering African Sudanese, and nobody said anything. And meanwhile, while they were murdering African Sudanese, this useless bastard in Kenya, President Ruto, actually brought the leader of the Janjaweed into his house. Brother, you said it best, Deception Gaming. It's straight up corruption. Corruption. Now I have a question for y'all. What the hell do y'all think we need to do? Corruption and thievery. What the hell do you think y'all need to do if you are acting people? And I'm talking to all of us as a one human race. Not from one country, not from different nations, but as a human race. We need one galvanized movement to move against these motherfuckers. All in one shot. We all go at our governments all in one shot. All in one damn day. It needs to happen. They're not going to stop. This disease of thievery and stealing and mass massacring and all this shit that they're doing to people is fucked up. The U.S. is notoriously known for wanting to kill its own citizens so they could go start war in Iraq. How do you think we got 9/11? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think they're gonna do when they get to Africa? Now, we all know Africa is the future because it's the youngest population in the world. So let's control the youngest population. Let's pretend to be their friends, but we're running imperialism. Let's use its own leaders to control the people, because we know within that space of youth is Gen Zs and millennials, people like me who ain't gonna take any shit. We're not standing for bullshit. We need change, y'all. We need people to start thinking differently. Stop meeting each other on Discovery Channel and start going to these different nations. Know that Africans are suffering the same way as Latin America is suffering. Know that Latin America is suffering the way Africans are suffering. Look, let's not hide it, man. China is going to annex Taiwan. There's no getting around that. And that's something I was going to bring up later on in this conversation. They are going to annex Taiwan. So with China going to annex Taiwan, America has no fucking business saying anything, because you're the same fucking country that just went into Venezuela. You think you could go to Venezuela because you have bigger missiles. They attacked these people's country at night and murdered over 80 people. Oh, well, and Donald Trump had enough to say, well, none of our people got hurt. The arrogance of this man. The arrogance. So my question to African leaders is, what are you going to do? It's nukes and oil. Are you going to do something with those resources you have? Use them to get the necessary weapons that you need to defend yourself. This is all I ask from African leaders. I can actually count in my hand. You have 54 countries. Maybe 5 decent human beings in Africa that are actually presidents. The rest of them ain't shit. I'm very much on the fence about Kagame. I will always be. Because I feel like he's built Rwanda off the back of Congo. The M23, they are his soldiers. His creation. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got the 3 guys that I think are exceptional. Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, Assome Goïta of Mali, and Abdourahmane Ticheni of Niger. Those are the only 3 leaders that are worth a damn to me. The rest of them African presidents are bastards. They ain't shit. They ain't never gonna be shit. And thank all of y'all for joining me tonight, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And speaking, how did I forget to tell y'all what the question of the day is? I got the poll, y'all. So, y'all, this question is twofold, right? Yeah, y'all. I'm putting the answer here. It's funny, y'all. I'm actually coming up with 4 answers. Yeah, there we go. And I know most of y'all are gonna say what I'm gonna say, because we all agree on one thing: it's ran by a fucking criminal, man. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all. I mean, look, and this is another thing. And speaking of nukes, what it's yeah. I see that. Look at that. He said, "Fuck yes." He's an imperialist. He's a criminal. He needs to go to jail. How has this man gotten away with this? The man didn't even... And did y'all notice that Congress didn't have nothing to say? Because all the people in Congress are going to get rich off of it too. Look at how you've got China and Russia right now. Look, y'all, I got to show y'all this on YouTube. I knew I was forgetting something. I knew I was forgetting something. Y'all give me a second. Y'all give me a second. Okay, y'all, give me a second. There's a video I want to show y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. There's this guy that I follow. Give me a second. There's this guy. Oh, man, I don't even want to watch that video. That's just too damn sad. And it's an atrocity. Hey, y'all, check this out. I'm about to show you this guy right here. This is what I'm going to tell you about the oil. This is how you're going to know America's full of shit. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. There's this guy named, I listen to, Willie D. He's one of my favorite podcasts. He's one of the people that I like listening to because he says it how it is. Give me a second, y'all.
What's up, family? 16 oil tankers from BRICS nations, including Brazil, Russia, India, China, Mexico, and other countries, are bypassing the U.S. blockade to load oil from Venezuela. Yeah, fam. Check it out.
Look at this. Criminal.
I ain't got no problem with that. Yeah, man. As you know, Trump imposed a blockade of all sanctioned tankers bound for Venezuela in mid-December before the dramatic capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro by U.S. troops in the early hours of Saturday morning. Orange said on Saturday that an oil embargo remained in full force after Maduro's extraction. All the deported vessels identified are under sanctions, and most are now sailing on the high seas without any known flag or current ship safety documentation in place, shipping data show. It's worth noting that China financed Venezuela $60 billion, with $10 billion still being owed in oil repayment. Now, the U.S. want a piece of the action. They want to get cut in. They're saying, look, man, we want control over how that oil is produced, sold, and sanctioned.
See? Y'all see that criminalness right there? You see that America's disgusting disease of parasitic stealing. Now, that ain't the only one. There's another guy I like watching. Oh, yeah. Y'all, your boy be keeping busy, man. I be keeping busy. I be keeping busy. Straight up. Now, there's another guy again. There's another third person that I like listening to. This guy right here, he's becoming slowly one of my favorites, man. He's an independent guy. He's an Indian guy. He's an India guy. I think he's from India. His name is Janta Ka, reporter. This guy, y'all, I got to show y'all this right here. This guy, man, this guy is, give me a second, y'all. Let me play his stuff. Let me see if I can get it on.
Donald Trump and his minions are now fast realizing the potential consequences of their criminal actions, both abroad.
Give me a second, y'all. These people, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. And I'm going to show it to y'all. Y'all give me a second. Let me flip the camera so I can show you who I'm talking about. This is another person I listen to. See, what I don't do is I don't listen to mainstream media anymore because mainstream media is full of shit. So y'all get ready. Check this out. Check this out.
Donald Trump and his minions are now fast realizing the potential consequences of their criminal actions, both abroad and at home, against American citizens, their own people. This was after Trump's masked thugs, masquerading as immigration agents, brutally shot dead an American citizen from point-blank range. That video has now gone viral on social media, and you can watch it on our Telegram channel in case you haven't already done so. Even though it's pretty graphic in nature, I must warn you. Both Trump and his deputy J.D. Vance are now trying to woo their support base to avoid facing the wrath for their diabolical actions. Trump had earlier told his House Republicans that he feared being impeached if the Democrats gained control of Congress in the midterm polls. Today, he sent Vance to face the media at the White House. in a bid to control the damage caused by his reckless decisions. Vance first admonished the members of the media. He called them shame on you for portraying Trump as someone who had turned rogue and was on a killing spree against American citizens.
When I was actually walking out here, somebody sent me a photo of a CNN headline about what happened in Minneapolis. And this is the headline, I'm just going to read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it, and that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. And I say attack very, very intentionally, because this was an attack on federal law enforcement, this was an attack on law and order, this was an attack on the American people. The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile? What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals
made to ICE agents to defy the order of their political.
We're going to talk about toning down the temperature, which I know the president wants to do, and I certainly want to do. One of the ways
agents to defy the order of their political masters who had turned rogue. Surely, ICE agents, many of whom are American citizens, should realize if this is morally all right for them to shoot dead American citizens, including a mother of 3 children, just because an insane man sitting in the White House has to carry out the orders of his Zionist masters.
Yes, sir.
Just listen to Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell and his tone. Clearly, he is in no mood to let go of the perpetrators of this heinous crime.
This is the glove compartment of Renee Good. 37-year-old mom, 3 kids. She wasn't a terrorist. She wasn't a criminal. She was a mom. There's no weapon in that glove compartment. There's no knife, no gun, no explosive. Stuffed animals. Any one of us with young kids knows what that glove compartment.
Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? See, this is what I'm talking about. And that's the problem with the mainstream media. That's why I don't fuck with mainstream media no more. I quit watching CNN, NBC, all these other bullshit platforms, because they don't tell the truth. They're okay with mass murdering. Look at that, man. That woman had toys in her glove compartments. These ICE agents, they get off on just murdering people, deciding who's American, who's not. Who the hell are you? Now, if y'all think Trump's doing this, what makes you think he can't go to other countries and do the same thing too? Venezuela is only the beginning. And I'll be honest with y'all, I actually thought he was going to attack Mexico first. That's what I actually thought. I was pretty sure he was going for Mexico first. Somebody must have talked him out of it, because Mexico was their #1 target, and they're going to use the same playbook. They've got drug dealers, they've got cartels, they've got yada, 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 whatever the hell you can think of. And to hear ignorant ass white men speak really makes me want to throw up. Because these motherfuckers don't know shit about freedom. You haven't had to fight for anything. All you've done is step on people's backs to move yourself up. Is anybody saying I'm lying about that? Nope. Because nobody in the chat's going to disagree with me. This is what I mean by a human coalition. We need a human coalition. Enough of this shit, man. Enough of people dying, enough of people being incarcerated, enough of ICE shooting people. 2025, even if the Democrats win the whatever the hell you call it, the midterm elections, the Democrats are the same shit. They just do the shit a different fucking way. There's nothing worse than a fucking liberal, because a liberal will still own slaves and then tell you, oh, I'm sorry, slavery is wrong, but I need to make money. That's how you get corporations like Amazon and assholes like Elon Musk and pieces of shit like Jeff Bezos. That's how you get this. Liberals ain't any better. That's why I'm independent. I don't give a fuck about either party. Fuck them both. We need an agenda for the people. And I ain't just talking about in Africa, in Latin America. I'm talking about in the world. We must galvanize ourselves. Let me tell y'all, going to the protest tonight felt so damn fucking good. Oh, it felt so damn good. I love that shit. I love doing shit like that. And I'm sick of people calling people like me a rebel. We're not rebels. We're just tired of fucked up shit. I would simply say it like that. We're tired of fucked up shit. It is not enough. We are not here to be servants of anybody who wants to just be another billionaire. Look at George Bush in the 2000s. He said the same shit about Iraq. And when they got to Iraq, there was no weapons of destruction. They murdered Saddam Hussein. They toppled him. Then they did the same shit again in Libya. And it's because of Libya's understabilization that Africa is going through a weapons renaissance right now. People are fighting each other. That's why Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso said there's going to be a black winter. It's true. There's going to be a war coming in Africa. And let's see where the rest of you motherfuckers are at when that shit starts. And y'all better have the same fucking energy you have now for what's happening in Minnesota, for what's happening in Venezuela, for Africans. Because we're going to need your help. We, the citizens of Africa, are going to need your help. Blaze your cameras, put that motherfucker on YouTube, put that motherfucker on TikTok, and show the fuck up the fight for us. You see what I'm saying? What happened when a war was happening in Venezuela was happening? Guess who the first country to speak up? South Africa. A country led by Africans saying what they're doing in Venezuela is wrong. It's unjust. And where's the UN? Where's NATO? Because they're all part of European nations. They always ganging up to fuck the rest of the world over. At what point are we all going to gang up together and say, fuck you, European nations? Let me ask y'all that question. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Very well said, Deception Gaming. We're sick of being fucked over. That's such a good way to say it. And a lot of people come on this platform like, why is you angry? Motherfucker, angry? I'm not angry. I'm at peace. I've come to the conclusion of what this world, what America really is. America is a bully that steals from others. This country's history, slavery, genocide of Native Americans, mass murder of Hispanics in jail, dividing families. The list is endless. How long can you keep doing fucked up shit like this and not have to answer for it? You know what I'm saying? How long can you keep doing fucked up shit like this? You got people saying maybe no. Who's the asshole that thinks that maybe no? There's always somebody trying to defend bullshit. Look, and yes, we all love America, but America is a thieving country. America, all it does is steal every single day. Resources, technology. For example, technology was created in Timbuktu in Africa, Mali. The Greeks and the Romans went over there and saw, oh wait, these guys have roads. Let's go build some of this shit in our place and then call it and say that we built it. You didn't build shit. You know what I'm saying? And look, for all of y'all who are fans of what I do on my channel, I want you to check out my podcast, me and my boy, that we had earlier today. It's called the Cultural Capitalist Podcast. I'm gonna copy the link into the chat, and I want y'all, when y'all get a chance, to go listen to it. Go listen to it. I promise you, you're gonna be like, oh, these guys are talking about some real shit right here. We are on every Thursday. Every Thursday. I'm making it my personal mission to talk about real shit from now on. And look, the only real way you're gonna have any change in America, in the world, is that we as the citizens not only protest, we must demand and insist on change. Don't just vote at the voting booth. Oh, no, that's not enough anymore. Because that shit don't work. I watched almost all the episodes that were realized. Oh, cool. Were you there this morning? You were there this morning with us? Okay, cool, man. Appreciate you, brother, for joining us. I'm gonna let my boy Kim know we got fans, man. We got real fans. People that want to see shit change, man. Y'all, the atrocities. Oh, and there's one more person I want to show y'all. One more person I want to show y'all. This is another person that I watch. Give me a second. Let me find them right quick. Let me see if I can find them. Oh, we gonna have a nuclear war. We are. This is another one right here, y'all. Let me put this on. Let me see if I can get this. If I can get this cracking, maybe I can get it. This one is a show out of Kenya.
We need to have nuclear weapons in Africa. That's
Thank you. Finally, we need to have nuclear weapons. Y'all give me a second. Y'all give me a second. Let the video's loading up right now. Give me a moment. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. We need to have nuclear weapons in Africa. I have said it and I'm gonna keep saying it. I got no problem saying it. We've been should have had that. Y'all give me a second, y'all. Let me load up this video. Give me a second.
We need to have nuclear weapons in Africa. That's the only way that we will be respected. Where do you think US can go to Venezuela and go to Maduro's house?
Man, let's
pick him
go.
up and pick him up and his wife, take him to US and charge him in American court.
What kind of
And
bullshit is
basically
that?
there's nothing you'll do to him because there's something called nuclear weapons. If you don't have nuclear weapons, you're not respected.
Y'all let this commercial nonsense go by so we can watch the real. These are the things that I watch now.
Hey there, and welcome to Fanya Mambo Africa. Happy New Year to you. I hope you had good holidays and you're back. We had to bring someone who was here with us just the other day in December. None other than Orina himself. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you?
Very well.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. When we stop saying it.
But we stopped saying it maybe February 1st there.
Okay.
But you know what people are not, this is a happy new quarter
Oh, yeah, there's
of
that.
the 21st century.
Oh, is it?
25 years have already gone. The first quarter is gone.
Oh, yes. Wow. Okay, interesting.
It's the beginning of a new quarter.
Okay. And what's exciting for you about that?
It's exciting and it's exciting and it's scary. You know why?
No?
For the first quarter of the 21st century, if you look at the progression of the global African race, we have made little to no strides.
Zero.
We are still the same way we entered the year 2000.
Maybe minimal progresses.
There's little. I can say towards the end, there has been very, very little progress. And the progress that I can say that we have made is probably, of course, the Sahel.
Yes, sir.
Apart from that, in the global African race, I haven't seen anything yet.
Nothing much.
I haven't seen nothing much, and that's scary because I made a video on 31st December. I'm here to post it on my platform, Sell Africa to Africans. This is the only quarter we have. This is the only quarter we have to fight for freedom and true independence and liberty for our people. If we don't do it in this quarter, it will be very hard to do it in the subsequent quarters after the second quarter of the 21st century.
Okay. I want to start off this conversation. It's good you've set the base with what maybe the minimal achievements we've had. But we'll go back to that. But as we speak, I want to understand for you, just over the weekend, Trump went and I don't know to say whether he kidnapped or invaded or whatever they want to call it, or picking the Venezuelan president from his home country, and he's been paraded in the US in courts and all that. When you look at that, what does it mean for you as an African when you see such things happening?
Well, before that, which I have 6 points that I have to say about this Venezuela issue. Number one, so they say that this is all about drugs.
Yeah.
Venezuela is pouring in drugs into America.
Yada, yada, yada.
And so apparently Trump has, they've charged him, America has charged Maduro for narco-terrorism.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to take you back to the 80s. There was a country called Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There was a war between the Contras and the Sandinitas. The Contras it's not even a conspiracy. Everybody knows the Contras were being backed by the CIA to defeat the Sandinitas because the United States wanted the Contras to take over Nicaragua.
Yes, sir.
How does this relate with drugs? Well, the Contras wanted to fund their war, to buy weaponry, to buy instruments of war. So how are they funding their war? By drug pushing. So how were they doing it? They were using the CIA to push drugs in America.
Yes,
the CIA gave them an open door.
Yes, sir.
Because the US was so hell-bent to ensure that this government, that the government at that time was overthrown by the Contras, they said, hey, you know what, fine. You guys bring in drugs to America because there's so much demand here. You get your money, buy weapons, buy grenades, buy everything you need for this war, and then we're good. The CIA, and it's not even, you guys, there was a journalist by the name Gary Webb. He was reporting on this. You guys can go research on Gary Webb. There is so much evidence to back what I'm saying. The CIA knew, and they allowed the Contras to push drugs
Yes, sir.
in America.
Yes, sir. Y'all see that right there? America's disease is so bad. This country is so fucked up. Y'all heard that, right? You think this is an accident? Ain't no accidents, man. What they're doing to Venezuela is a planned scheme plot. This is what they do. Yes, you are so right. If Venezuela had nuclear weapons, this shit would have never happened. You must nuclearize yourself. You tell America to go fuck itself when it shows up. I was born in this shithole of a country, man. No, fuck this country. I'm only American by birth. I'm African by blood. I'm gonna say it again. I'm only American by birth. I'm African by blood. Fuck this country. If push came to shove and the war broke out, I'm gonna go defend Africa. There wouldn't even be anything to think about. I'm going to defend Africa. Because I know what America is. It's a shithole that needs to be blown the fuck off the face of the earth. And maybe not that way. Because the true owners of this country, Native Americans, need to have their country returned to them. Let me tell you what I really want to see. I want to see America return back to Native Americans. A Native American president. Real leaders. Not these crooked pay-for coons that love working with white people. Because everybody knows in their community, everybody's got a coon on their family. Look at what I was just showing y'all. The Caracas were pumping drugs into America. Didn't I say that at the beginning of this podcast? This is what America's been doing. America don't care about no drugs. They care about ownership of your land. They were happy to sell grenades and guns and everything to these motherfuckers. Just to let them come and destroy their own people. And then when they got through using their asses, they get your shit and get the fuck out of our country. In Colombia in the 60s, they paid Pablo Escobar money to pump drugs into America so that he could defeat the Black Panthers. This is how they defeated the Black Panthers. Pump all the drugs you can into African American communities. Kill us off slowly. If they're too busy being on drugs, they can't protest what we're doing to their ass. America is a fucked up country. And there's got to be a certain level of eventually. At what point does this country pay for its sins? Look at this. The woman that got shot today was a white woman. This is only the beginning of the travesties of America. It's called karma, man. You can't keep doing fucked up shit like this all over the world and not paying for it. You have got to pay for it. It's a must-have. Look at this shit. I can't believe this shit. In this poll, only 25% think he's an imperialist. And some of you think maybe no. You got, it's the million, it's not just the millionaires, man. It's the 1%ers. These people have been ruining life with a secret Illuminati bullshit. You're a bunch of fucking pedophiles and faggots. That's what you are. You murder kids, you rape men, you rape women. You don't care how you do it. P. Diddy is a part of this shit. That's why they let his ass get away with this shit. And the minute they couldn't control him anymore, they were gonna send his ass to jail. P. Diddy's lucky to be alive. I'm surprised they ain't end his ass like they did Epstein. Because y'all knew. Are you very welcome on education, man? Educate yourself. Education is knowledge that we all given by God. Not one classroom, not one university, not none of that. Institutions don't own education. That's the problem with education now. Institutions have turned into a place of that they own. No, you don't own education. You're a part of education. It's just like one of the reasons why I'm independent as an artist is because I don't want to be owned by Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and Marvel and DC. They're gonna toxify my creations. No, these characters are my own. These are my characters. I own these characters. So I don't have to worry. I don't care if it takes me a long time to get to where they need to get it to. But at least I own them. I own them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's a fucked up situation, man. And y'all know that video I sent to y'all? I plan on watching the rest of it. Let me see if I can get the link for y'all so y'all can watch it too. These are the things that I watch now. I don't watch football. I don't watch basketball. No, I watch shit that's gonna change my life. And look, did I put that junta in there for y'all? Let me make sure I put that junta in there for y'all too. Y'all definitely, I'm watching this tonight. There's no way I'm going to sleep without watching this. I'm definitely watching this. Y'all, let me see. Hold on. Where's the other guy that I got for y'all too that I liked a lot? That junta guy. Oh man. And let me be clear on this, y'all. Nigeria is next. They are coming. Trump is a piece of shit, dude. We are. It's give me a second, y'all. I'm hunting for the video. It's a travesty, man, but it is what it is. Man, get the hell out of here. Iranian regime. You got to be kidding me, man. We are. I'm telling you right now. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to find the junta guy, but I can't find him. Wait, hold on. Let me look at my history real quick. This is a video, y'all. Yeah, okay, here we go. Y'all give me a second. Yep, this guy right here. I want you to check out his channel. That other channel I'm talking about too, check that out too. And look, y'all. I'm more of a protester guy. Oh yeah, America wouldn't do shit to them if they had nuclear weapons. America's a bunch of bitches. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows America's bitch made. America's the only country. Americans don't want to die. No, sir. But they can threaten you with nukes. So guess what you need to do? Get your arms on some nuclear weapons. Or Russia. Or China. Don't forget China now. And I think India has nuclear weapons too now. Africa needs to get some nuclear weapons. Latin America needs to get some nuclear weapons. You need to get nuclear weapons to make America behave itself. Oh yeah, man. Watch it in the morning, yeah. Y'all, look, I have to get to bed soon. But tonight's podcast was about this, man. I didn't have no script. I didn't have any of that. I'm just tired and sick and tired of America's bullshit. Enough's enough, man. When are we as citizens of the world gonna say enough's enough? Imperialism must end. And yes, there are whites out there, Caucasians that actually want to see the right thing done. But they are few and far between. Then experiences the plight of African Americans, the plights of Africans, the plights of Latin Americans. We deal with a lot of bullshit, man. Native Americans, we have had enough. We need to stop letting our differences divide us and start letting our unity, our commonalities bring us together. Can you imagine in Latin America with nuclear arms, Africa with nuclear arms, with a joint coalition to say, if you fuck with one of us, you fucking with all of us? Can you imagine Colombia, Nicaragua, Venezuela, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, any country in Africa, any country in Colombia, in South America joining forces, saying, you know what, fuck you, America. Fuck with, and you know, the only country we know, and they are bitch made, Argentina. They will be the country to betray everybody because Argentinians want to be fucking whites. Go ahead and be white. Nobody needs your ass to be South American anyway. Fuck you. We know Argentinians want to be white. You see yourselves as white because you, during the Hitler time, you're the only one who took those motherfuckers in. And you know, I'm starting to think when they took that 40 billion from America, because you know, Argentina's under America's thumb now. You took that check, which means you're going to be America's bitch. I have no respect for Argentina because they've never had any respect for themselves. They're always the one who are going to always betray South America. Always. Every single time. You can count on Argentina to betray the rest of the other people. Now I see why a lot of Mexicans don't like their ass. You see what I'm saying? I'm at my job. They come in there all the time. And they are always having their head up their ass. Like, you ain't shit. You are wannabe white people. You're not even white. You're South American. You have Latin blood. You're some bitches. Unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, as long as you have traitors in your midst, countries will never be unified. Maduro didn't get to America by accident. Somebody betrayed him in his cabinets. And they did the same thing to Hugo Chavez when they assassinated him. They did the same thing to Thomas Sankara in Africa. They did the same thing to who am I thinking of here? Achiba Zekwe in Nigeria. This is never gonna stop. You must get your nuclear game up. You know what I'm saying? And look, before I get up out of here, y'all, something I always talk about, make sure you go get a copy of my Carjack Assassins comic book, man. Available on soundvision.com. Right here. Get a copy of this comic book. Read it. You might actually like it. And most of the shit that I got in here might actually make what's going on in the world make sense to you now. Imperialism. This comic book, I'm starting to realize, is really about that. Getting rid of these motherfuckers. So whether you got good eyes, get the small one. Whether you got bad eyes, get the big one. But be independent in your thinking. You don't own European nations, your allegiance. They can only skate. Look, even if they hit you with a nuclear warhead, if they hit you with a nuclear warhead, they would blow up all the shit they want to steal from you. So stand up to them. America is nothing but a fucking bully. So is England. So is any other European nation. From France to Spain to Portugal. And here we are distracting us with sports. Yo, play soccer. Fuck soccer. Fuck football. Fuck basketball. Baseball. NASCAR. All that shit is a but you know what I'm saying? All that is just a distraction. Liberation is the only freedom we have, man. And we as people have to decide, what do we want to do? So I'm going to end this on this note. The two things I always say. One, there's no success in skipping steps. The back of the line is just as important as the front of the line. Be determined, not desperate. And then the second one, your dreams can be delayed but must never be extinguished. So wait your time while the universe delivers your right hand. Be determined, not desperate. Y'all, we as a human populace must decide. Do we want to go to imperialist round 2? Colonialism is going to come if we don't do something. It is going to come if we don't do something. Or do we want to fight? I know I'm going to fight. That's why my ass was at the protest tonight. And I'm going to beat it on Saturday too. I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm so sick of this shit. Enough's enough. Fight the fucking power. Peace and blessings. Good night, y'all.